Okay, so I've been working for 3 or 4 hours now on this driver's side sill, and I'm just about ready to tack it into place. Fit doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's obviously it's not perfect along here, but I didn't expect it to be at this point. That's for later. But it's I would say within working parameters. So yeah. So that's not too bad a line there. Not perfect, but I think that'll do. And so one of the things that I've figured out is that for this sill finisher, what I'll do is I'll leave the transition piece here on the A-post off so that I can reach in and push against the sill finisher from the inside so that I can get it nice and tight for plug welding. Got the plugs all ready to go there when that happens. So anyway, that's the update. Well, I'm just wrapping up for the evening, and this was going to be isn't this great wrap up. But just as I was finishing off here, taking off some of the clamps, the plug welds from here to here let go. So I obviously wasn't getting enough penetration on those, so I'm going to have to drill those back out and redo those plug welds. What a pain in the fundament. Anyway, other than that, that's actually not looking too bad. So there it is. That's the driver's side sill, and except for these plug welds popping, not too bad. So I'm gonna have to check. I don't know whether I turn up the voltage on my MIG welder or what I do. Anyway, problem is this replacement panel is a little on the thin side. I was already blowing through some of the edges, just like you can see on that one, for example, right up at the top of it. It's already gone through. So anyway, that's for tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day and I'm back. I have re-welded this top of the sill along here, drilled out the plug welds that I'd done yesterday and then re-welded, and it seems to be holding up very nicely. Went along and finished all the plug welds along the bottom here. Did a few extra because there was a few where the penetration didn't look very good, so I drilled through, because there's three layers of metal right there. There's the floor pan, the stiffener, and the outer sill. So in a couple of spots, like here for example, I drilled through the first layer of metal into the second and then just plug welded it there, and that seems to have stiffened that up nicely, so that's holding well. There's just one I have to go back and do just in this spot right around here, but I am out of weld gas, so it's going to be a trip to the welding supply store. So that's where I am right now. I'm pretty pleased with the way things are working out right now. So that's all of the repairs on the driver's side, from the front of the rear fender well forward. There's a few odds and ends just up around here, around the top of the scuttle. Some of this has to be cleaned up, rust on the surface primarily, and some dings and things that have to be bent back into shape. But otherwise, I think in pretty good shape along there. So once I get some more weld gas, I think I will tackle the other side, floor pan, sills, and then we'll go forward from there. And that's that update. So that's the driver's side sills done, except for some grinding. Hey, it's actually the 21st of May today, Victoria Day here in Canada, a nice long weekend holiday. And I'm actually shooting this a little bit slightly out of sequence. I just wanted to have a segment that I could wrap up video and post it on the driver's side sill repair. As you can see, I have that sill thoroughly plug welded in place all the way along its length. It's actually looking pretty good. The line is quite pleasing. I'm pretty happy with that. There's going to need to be a little bit of work right down here at the transition onto the B post. May need body filling to make that a nice pleasing line. But otherwise, I'm generally pretty pleased with the way this side has turned out. As I may have mentioned already, I'm going to be leaving this transition piece off for the moment so that when I'm ready to put the sill end in here, I can be reaching through, pushing that in place and tying that up tight. So anyway, this is the end piece for that video segment on the driver's side repairs. And so then I'm now moving on onto the passenger side. So thanks again. Hopefully you've enjoyed this segment, and I may have presented a few usable pieces of information. Thanks again to everybody who provided feedback for me, and I look forward to seeing more comments.